ANC provincial chairperson in Limpopo, Stanley Mathabatha, has declared that the province is in support of President Cyril Ramaphosa in getting a second term. He joins us now for more on this. Dada Mathabatha, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Some of the reasons why you believe he should have a second term?
Good afternoon. Yes, good day. The reason why I was saying this is because our regions went for their regional conferences. And 4 of them, we've got only 5 regions in this province. 4 of our regions went to their regional conferences, and in these regional conferences, they all declared that they are happy with the leadership of the president, and they would support him for the second term. So we are only left with one regional conference that is supposed to take place in Waterberg. But even in that one, the leadership itself has already declared, the leadership of that region, that they would want, they are happy with the leadership of Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa. They would want him to continue. I think what we were actually doing is to do a comparative analysis. We made an assessment and compared the state of organization at a particular stage when this president took over and said, well, having taken over the organization at that state and at this current state, organizational state where it is now, we feel the president has done a very good job against the material conditions that are prevailing today. Remember, there are harsh material conditions, objective conditions that are prevailing today. You are COVID, you are everything. But still, as a country, we're still prevailing to be a strong country, a strong organization, being the African National Congress. I know some people would want to make the previous local government election perhaps a determinant or a yardstick which a barometer they would want to use against the president. I don't think that will be very fair to this president if you do that. Well, I know in our particular case we have done well in these elections as a province. So I don't want to sound like I'm talking on behalf of the African National Congress, because I'm not a spokesperson of the ANC. I'm just talking about the decisions of the African National Congress in this province.
Absolutely. If you could let us in on some of the pointers that you looked at when you were doing your comparative analysis to say that he should come back for the second term outside of what you term the material conditions of COVID-19. Perhaps just give us maybe 2 or 3 pointers that you used to come to this conclusion.
Take for example, his approach in tackling the issue of COVID-19 itself. That in itself says a lot. I think if it was out of 10, I would give him 8. Just the way in which we tackled COVID-19 in this province, the way in which he's tackling, currently approaching the issue of tackling corruption without risking a situation where you actually paralyzes the entire organization. He is very meticulous, very cautious and circumspect when he's doing that, in such a way that he deals with corruption decisively, but in a very seamless manner, in such a way that people cannot come back and say, you were paging us, we were doing 1, 2, 3. You look at the Zondo Commission, you look at all the commissions that he appointed, where he's actually saying, I want to have hard evidence when I act upon an individual. Hence, he takes his time and make his analysis, make his studies, make sure that commission itself comes and reports to him. And when the commission reports to him, he doesn't sit on the reports. He takes these reports and make them public to everybody else, so that people should not say he's actually hiding certain things. So for us, we think all those things put together makes him one of the best presidents. I can't enumerate everything, but What I'm trying to say is that for those things that we think are critical, he's playing a very important role. Remember, today, if you meet a person and talk about corruption, they actually make it synonymous with the African National Congress. And when the president says we are renewing this organization, he's actually saying that the brand ANC must come back, must go back to its former glory as an organization of the people, an organization of upright people, an organization of people with moral standing, with integrity.
Mathabatha, the Zondo Commission was established by the former President Jacob Zuma in 2018. And so when you talk about President Cyril Ramaphosa dealing with corruption decisively, please help me remember, as my memory disappoints me right now, which incident?
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who started this journey. What is critical is what happened during the duration of the journey and up till the end of the journey. Who was piloting who was steering the ship then? Surely it was not President Zuma, it was President Ramaphosa. Surely President Ramaphosa, when we went out of Nasrec, ensured that all those people who are charged in any court of law must step aside. And all of them have done so in the African National Congress. Very senior members of the ANC have stepped aside. Very senior members of the ANC are going through court action under the leadership of this president.
Finally,
you
sir.
You wanted to interject.
No, sorry. Are you done with your point, please?
No, you can come in if you wanted to.
No, sir, I just wanted to ask you, maybe in just closing up the conversation, that you have made public pronouncements in supporting, well, the province has supported President Cyril Ramaphosa for a second term for the ANC, while some members whom we saw at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium yesterday shying away from making public pronouncements. Democracy at play, or would you say there's some divisions playing themselves out publicly?
No, there are no divisions here. I mean, the choice of leadership. Choice of leadership will always be relative to individuals. And I don't think that shows division. It shows democracy at hard at play. It shows that we are a democratic organization. We'll have different thoughts, different ideas, because like we always say, leadership is one other very critical or important resolution of conference. So, and all the time, before you arrive to that point when you say it is a resolution, you shall have gone through various debates, various contradictions and conflicts here and there. That does not reflect division. It's just democracy at play. So I don't think if there are people who don't agree with our stance, we should say the organization is therefore divided. No. We will debate that when time comes. Currently, we were just saying to the president, we appreciate the way in which you are leading us. And when this curtain opens up, we are going to campaign for you.
Stanley Mathabatha
to become the president again.
Stanley Mathabatha is Limpopo ANC provincial chairperson. Thank you very much, sir, for your time this afternoon.